What is a deck? Nothing but a miserable pile of staples! Have at ye! Imagine a format where you have no staples, because you can craft no cards, open no bundles, buy no structure decks. Imagine a challenge run where all you have is 80 random Yu-Gi-Oh cards and your own will to survive. Could you win even a single duel on the Master Duel ladder? If you can, you'll be rewarded with one additional pack to add to your collection, plus whatever legacy packs you pick up along the way. Use them wisely, because in a Masochist run, that's all you'll be getting, and every card counts. I'm Hardleg Joe, if you didn't know, and it's time for me to fulfill my destiny. Like Simo before me, I will take up Yu-Gi-Oh's most difficult challenge and try my best to reach the top of the Master Duel ladder under the most insane conditions possible. Grab a snack and lean back, cause it's gonna be a long and bumpy ride. Last time on Master Duel Masochist. Yeah, the problem is, if I paleo the Gizmech... Oh, hold up. Wait, we might be able to do this after all. Fairy, Dragon... They're summoning both, and guess what, chat? They're both machines. What if you tried to wall up? And God said, there can be only one. And actually, Dinomishus. Let's just banish this one, shall we? I don't need the Evaporation Dragon. Continue the attack, you know it. Go! Greedy oh, they left! You were one attack away! Man, when this deck works, it's like, it does some pretty neat stuff. Alright, we're master, we're packing, we're getting some of that action. We're open up those cards, we're gonna get farther. Not with this. Flying Saucer Musiki? Bad alien card. Tell us, the little angel. It's just a little angel. It looks like a Silk Song character, kinda. Beast Magic Attack. Remove spell counters to do things. I'm not gonna bother, because I don't think we have enough spell counter cards to make that worth it. There's our 5th Mana Dragon Zintron, I think. There's another Magic Key card that we can't play. Graph. Melon Branch of the Burning Abyss. All we need is about 1 million other Burning Abyss cards, and that'll be good. Re-X. I think Scott Pilgrim had to battle 7 of these, if I'm not mistaken. If this card battles a monster in the extra monster zone, it gains 800. That shouldn't be too difficult to fight. And Core of Chaos. Not to be confused with Chaos Core. Cannot be Wait, I think, is this the one that we needed for the other card we had? I forget if we had this one or the one that isn't that one. Cannot be normal summoned or set. Must be special summoned by a card effect. If it would leave the field, banish it. Can only use each effect once per turn. If you banish a dark monster from your hand or graveyard, summon this from your hand, but you cannot special summon for the rest of the turn except for light and dark synchros. If this card is special summoned, target one of your banished Shell of Chaos and summon it. Yeah, I think we might be able to use this. I'm not sure if we have any good synchro payoffs, because it locks us into light and dark, and the best one we have is Crystal Wing, but who knows? Only time will tell. Also, this is our second graph, I'm just realizing. This isn't even new. Someone tribute 1 normal monster, target 2 normal monsters in your graveyard, special summon them. Then you can Synchro or Ixie a Magic Key. Yeah, we do have a Magic Key Ixie. Someone was asking me to look at this because it has to do with normal monsters, and we do have a lot of normal monsters, but we don't have a lot of Magic Key monsters is the problem. Okay, and then since we ranked up into Silver 3, we get to open another pack. Ooh, fancy. Lightning. Real lightning. Hacha! Tribe Shocking Virus. How shocking. You can banish 1 monster from your hand, destroy all face-up monsters on the field with the same type. Probably not going to be all that useful. This is a Pendulum card. You can destroy a card in your Pendulum zone and draw a card. Useful in some Pendulum decks, none of the ones we have. Another Battling Boxer. Eyes Ritual. This ritual summons an Adignister, which we don't have. ZW Slefnir Mail. Target a Utopia. I can stop there because I don't have a Utopia. Trolley Ollie. Maybe in the Ixie deck. Ruffian Railcar. Once per turn, inflict 500. Take that, Abaki. You cannot battle the turn you do this. Why? Why would they do this? During the end phase, if this is in the graveyard, I have a level 10 Earth Machine. Yeah, we got 2 train cars right next to each other. And Marincess Wave. Hey, we would need a Marincess Link monster, but this means if we get any of them, we could do some neat stuff, and I like doing neat stuff. Comment in the comments if you like doing neat stuff. All right, we have lost the coin toss, but they're letting us go first. So possibly Tenpai? Does Tenpai make it down to Silver 3? I hope not, because this is ass. We've been wanting our Snake Eyes this whole time. We finally got them and nothing else. Fortunately, we've got a Hand Trap. We've got a Banish. Nothing beats that. Oh, it's Sky Striker. And they have the Ray, which means this kind of fucking sucks. They get the Rose. We get the Doomed Yuri. Yeah. I'll summon this now. Surprise. Maxi. I mean, sure, I guess if you want to trade out for one, you can. Maybe they don't know. They don't know, chat. Yeah, and this is damage step, so they can't chain this. They just lose it. They're like, what the fuck? Why can't I tag out? I wanted to tag out! Control no monsters. Each player sends the top 2 cards of their deck to the graveyard. Then if you send at least 1 card there and have 3 spells, which you don't, but I mean you might. Now they do. Oh hey, they got the robot. 1, 2. No, they don't have... No, doesn't work. And I lost Bufolicula. Well, I mean, don't mind if I do. We at least get in for a lot of damage, chat. Yeah, we might as well. Let's go. 21, 21. Behold! Something you didn't expect! Battle phase. Okay, so they've got the Ray in the graveyard. They've got the Rose. We can't allow them to get into an extra deck monster, so as soon as they get the Rose, we just banish it. Because if we let them get into a Link, then the Ray comes back out. But we can't just do this. Take 1 Sky Striker Ace that is banished. What was that? Damn it. Well, that's what I get for not reading their other cards. Snatch Steal. Alright, I guess that works too. But now they can't use Engage because they have a monster in the main monster zone. Okay. I'll take it. And then they get Shizuku. As long as I get a monster I can set, I can at least block this for a turn or 2, and then just keep them from activating everything and keep gaining life points. Yeah, they get a second Engage. I gotta hope they have nothing they can normal summon, chat. 1,000 life points, please. Get into the back room, Shizuku. Alright, if they have nothing else to summon, then we're safe for 1 more turn. They probably can't link this off. Granted, they are playing the robot, so maybe they have something. They got nothing! They got nothing! Granted, I don't know what we could pull at this point that would really help us survive this onslaught. That ain't gonna do it, unfortunately. 10 plus 3. The 13 synchro of Scooby-Doo? Or maybe they just make a... No, they're just going to the battle phase. Okay. Damn it, I couldn't surrender in time. Alright, another opponent letting us go first. Will it be more Sky Strikers? More Tenpai, perhaps? Wow. We got stuff. I tell you what. Maxi, excellent, excellent. We cannot special summon. Time to make a painful decision. 2,000. Go with this, this, and this. We got a negate and a removal. Ah, I see. It is Vanquish Soul. Do you have an earth and a fire? Interesting. Yeah, I think we do have to get rid of the Ferret Flames. Divine Wrath is too good against this deck, even if it does cost an extra card. Druis Worm, I guess it is a Dark Hand Trap. Summon. Okay. Summon. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate, but probably for the best considering what we got here. Yeah, we do this now. Yeah. Oh. Oh, it has to be a special summoned monster. Hold up. I thought this was leaving, but it's sticking around, baby. And now the Vanquished Soul player has like nothing in their hand, which is really good for us. 2000 stands alone. We're going the distance, bumpa bumpa. We're going for speed. They're all alone in their time of need. They revealed Ghost Bell. Oh yeah, they did. So we know they have Ghost Bell and something else. Whatever this set card is, plus whatever they drew. We got them on that clock. Predaplant, nice, nice. Oh, actually, if I fusion summon this, I would add something. It's fine. Yeah, I forgot when this goes to the graveyard, you get to add. We could fusion next turn. Maybe, possibly. I wonder what that could be, chat. Oh, kit! The whole kit? And caboodle? That's even better. Why can't I do this? I thought this was a Predaplant and a Dark monster. It is a Predaplant and a Dark. Oh, it has to be level 8 or higher. Oops! We normal summon kit. Rank 4? No. Because we know what this is. Oh, never mind. I'll let them get that on so that they get rid of the Dark in their graveyard. And then when they activate to search, that's when we'll hit them with the Divine Wrath. And this doesn't work when it's sent that way. Fuck. I thought we would get a draw. Oh, this can only attack twice if I have a different Sue ship attached to it. Okay, okay. I getcha, I gotcha. You're good. Yeah, I wonder what this could be, chat. Alright, I'm continually surprised. It's not Ghost Bell. I keep thinking it's Ghost Bell, but that means they still have the one Ghost Bell, and they've got to draw it. Unfortunately, if they get the Raisin, the Trap Tricks Trap Hole Nightmare does not stop it. Did they get the Raisin? Are they the California Raisins? Are they Raisin Hell? Wow. It doesn't look like it. Vanquished Soul ain't shit, chat. They can't do anything. Give them Holly Sue, they need it. 5 whole legacy packs, flip them up and see. Close your eyes, don't ignore things, and then we got to pee or something. I don't know. Burner, Dragon Ruler of Sparks. I think we already had one of these. We have a couple of the baby Dragon Rulers. They aren't good unless you get the big ones, but maybe one day we'll get the big ones. Good for the fire deck. DD Scout Plane. During the end phase, if this card is currently banished and was banished this turn, special summon it in attack position. This effect can only be used once per turn. Not especially useful these days. The Light Dash Hex Dash Sealed Fusion. Substitute this for any one fusion material, the other must be correct. You contribute this on the field in order to fusion summon a light fusion. I don't think we have any targets for this, but you know, it's not a bad pickup. Dark Eradicator Warlock. I want to play the Warlock. Each time a normal spell is activated, inflict 1,000. Yep. Dupe Frog? Why are you in the Legacy pack? I feel like you're good. I feel like you've had a lot of playability. I mean, I know fucking Totally Awesome is banned, but Dupe Frog can still do some stuff. Shh. Silent Psychic Wizard. Normal summon, target a psychic in your graveyard, banish it. This is sent from the field to the graveyard, summon the banished monster. Oh, okay. Not useful. Windstorm of Ataqua. It was good in Duel Links. Might be good eventually, maybe. Depends on the format. Probably not. Magician's Circle. When a spellcaster declares an attack, each player summons one spellcaster with 2,000 or less attack from their deck in attack position. I need a lot more spellcasters for this to be marginally useful. Flame Spirit Ignis. Tribute one face-up fire monster to inflict 100 damage for every fire monster in your graveyard. For the Fire Burn strat. Flute of Summoning Dragon, I still need a Blue Eyes, and that's it. So this might be useful. This isn't even new. This is the one we already have. We need to get more burners, I get, or blasters or whatever. Maybe we'll get a blaster in the master pack. Open it up, that master pack, seeing what's inside. Gotta get that master pack before our very eyes. Ha! Catty corn. We already have one of these, and it's not very good, but we have one. Another heretic dragon we already have. Now we got all 3 Yubels now. You know, all we need is like Nightmare Pain and all the other Yubel stuff, and maybe, possibly, we could make a bad Yubel deck. Noble Arbs, Clarent, that's not even good, and it's not the first one we got. Why are we getting duplicates when there's still a bunch of cards we haven't gotten? Need to reset this pack. Dark Contract with the Entities. This is DDD, and there's no way we're ever gonna play this. But all we need is a bunch of Nightmare Thrones, and we can play the bad Yubel deck. And Fire Formation Gyoku. Okay, nothing good. Let's jump back into it. One more win, and we're ranking up. One more win, and we'll have enough of the master packs to get our act together and have a lot of times like birds of a feather. See, that wasn't too bad. I could probably morph that into a good song if I had enough time. Alright, we're against Verdaidio R. I wonder what the R stands for. Does it stand for race car? Okay, we got 3 normal monsters and 2 traps. So we're gonna put our strongest normal monster out, and the other 2 need discard. So let's see what the hell they got. We got a Banish and a Monster Negate. Will that be enough to win us the duel? I got a 45 card deck, 15 card extra deck, Roller Skates Mate. It does have a little sound. I wonder if there's like a Foley artist who actually goes to record those, or if they just get it like from like a CD of stuff. Ah. I see. I think I'll allow that. I want to see where they're going. Oh no. I should not have allowed that. Donut! If there's a Pendulum card, add a Pendulum monster. Okay. Oh, Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. Yeah, you know what? I don't want you to be able to Pendulum summon, so I'm gonna hope that this was the only high scale, and with it gone, you can't do anything. That's my hope. Should have activated that first! Should have activated that first! Okay, they're getting poppin'. Nope, they do have another high scale. And then they can Pendulum Shokan. And if you don't know, this says your opponent cannot target Magician, Performer Pals, or Odd Eyes with card effects. So if they'd activated that first, I wouldn't have been able to do that. Fuck. Now, put all of these into like a rank 3 or like a link 3 that I can just Divine Wrath. That would be nice. I would enjoy that quite substantially. You are negating your own monster. Nope, they're just going to attack. They're like extra deck. What's that? Double battle damage. 1200. You know what gets us out of this? Nothing, actually. I don't think anything can stop if they can just Pendulum summon every turn. Well, maybe. Hold up. Boss stage. I want to keep this for the Divine Wrath. I just gotta hope they don't play Ash. Boss stage is my spirit card. Certainly feels like it sometimes. Okay. No. No, okay. We need Utgard. Give me tokens. 1. A 2. A 3. A 4. So many tokens. I got so many tokens in my field. I just want my opponent to yield. I wanna scream little tokens, little tokens, little tokens, ooh. Well, fuck. Target 1 card on the field and destroy it. And they're going for the back row. That is unfortunate. Destroy a card. Yep. And then they can just Pendulum summon it back. Wizard Dragon! Okay, so they Pendulum summoning. Skullcrobat comes back. Pendulum summon the Wizard Dragon. Battle phase. Okay, so we're just going to, like, stop from taking 1,000,000 points of damage. Yeah, they still think that that can negate me, and it's not. You just can negate your own Skullcrobat Joker again. I wasn't summoned out of the extra deck. We do still take 1,300, but that's survivable. And I think we just keep this in defense position. Oh! Yeah. Just move the wizard back to his Waverly Place. And we're gonna get in for some damage, chat. Attack position. They're gonna be in for a shock when they try to pendulum and I can negate it. They don't get it. They don't understand it. Either that or they just like clicking buttons. They're just a clicking buttons fan. Yes. Come forth, Nidhogg. Yeah, I think I have to stop this while I'm here. Because otherwise they just get advantage every turn and I can't allow that to continue. Okay. Pendulum. Pendulum everything. That and then 2 stuff from your... No. They still got stuff in hand. Yeah, that's fine. You gotta be shitting me. Super Poly. With the super and the poly. What's that? Vortex Dragon? No, it's fucking Gatling Ghoul! Son of a bitch! That does a lot of damage. I think I'm dead. I think I'm dead. 200 damage for every card, then destroy a card. I can't believe I got by the Gatling Ghoul. I should have negated the summon. They wouldn't have had it. The problem is, I get into this mindset where I'm like, well, they have 2 pendulums. Clearly they would make Electromite. Any pendulum deck would make Electromite, and if I negate the 1 Electromite, we're good. And I forgot that they're fucking terrible at the game. They probably aren't even playing it. It's times like these, chat, when your soul gets crushed and you want to stop. But just like the real world, you gotta keep on going. 1 foot in front of the other, soldier. Keep marching forward like time immemorial. Okay, I have a floodgate and a hand trap. If I get a fusion, I can make a big, cool, fuck-off fusion thing. Playing against a ritual deck, which is Makonko. I don't think we can beat Makonko. Even if they stick 1 monster, we're dead. But they're also go first, Makonko? Makonko. They'll run out of cards before we do, chat. Oh? Tribute for Mahama the Fairy Dragon. Okay, so we were never getting out of this. Can they make a level 8 Synchro? Mahama doesn't have any attack either. I don't know why they did that. They do have a level 8 Synchro. Crimson Blader. There's a field spell. So now I can't summon the Soronir. Not that I would want to. All my normal monsters. Again. Okay, come on, Snake Eyes. Show me the Snake Eye. Give me the Snake Eye. I could fusion summon, but again, that wouldn't do anything. And I can't special summon it this turn anyway. Yeah, somehow they know now. Let's try this. Yeah, we're doing this. They're at the door, you heard that? Yeah, my neighbor's fucking knocking on my door while I'm trying to work. Alright, so we put this out here. I think we're dead either way, but again, there's still a chance we get something. Target 1 monster, equip that monster to a Makonko. Okay, there we go. Yep, we're dead. There we go. I don't think I did. I'll have to look it back on the thing. Either way, new duel. New time. Oh, you can't watch this duel. It's private. Mr. Metal, put up the screen. You know the one. I didn't actually tell him anything. I don't know what he's going to put up. Who knows? Okay, they're starting with Perulia and Fuelos. Even though they're going for... I mean, I guess they don't do anything. They saw a button. They activate. Oh, it is. I am going first. I mean, I can't summon anything. Set 3, pass. Kick in your ass. Anyway, thanks for discarding 2 cards. I appreciate it. Now, as long as they don't have Lightning Storm White Dragon. Alright, I guess show me the White Dragon. Well, there, you know, sometimes they have exactly Lightning Storm White Dragon, and that's just what happens, chat. That's just what happens. Starlight, starshine, please come back into my life. What it was, what it'll be, what hope do I hope to see? It's one of my favorite songs, and also the name of our opponent, apparently. Can we make anything with this Despian? We need, for Tax Dragon, it's a Despia and a light or dark monster. And this is a light monster. Okay, Tax Dragon Turbo, here we come! Tax Dragon Turbo, ain't it fun? And they get to draw one. That's fine, that's reasonable. Not much I can do about that, you know. Let's go you and you. Welcome to the masquerade party! And then Dramaturge of Despia comes back. And they don't get a draw off of that. And then I got Divine Wrath. So I got a monster negate. I got a monster negate. And they gotta pay 600 to do anything. We gotta pay the tax man. 'Cause I'm the tax man. Oh yeah, I'm the tax man. This song's just, or this duel's just full of songs. Okay, we got some rituals. Gotcha. They're getting voiceless up in here. Send another one. Ba-da-dum, bum, bum. Ba-dum, bum, ba-da-dum. Popping that. Chat is telling me to negate. At least one person is. What do you think, chat? Do we negate? Not enough tax? Fine, we make them pay all the taxes. Let's see how many taxes you can pay, buddy. Banish, summon. Do they have another? Got him down to 5,000. Big car outside. It's a noisy neighborhood, I tell you what. I think they win either way, so tax is more fun. What am I gonna send to the graveyard? Let's send Zirconia. No, Malong, don't bounce me. Well, you know, we got him down halfway, chat. We wanted to live the dream of taxing forever, but unfortunately, they just had the out to it. And now my negate here is off because they bounced me. Yeah, and then they're gonna just attack over that. And this is the non-fusion fairy. You could summon a fusion, but I won't have any. Okay, yeah, we just lose from here. It was neat to try, though. It was neat to try. Silver 3 makes me want to be somewhere else instead of me. No, it ain't that bad. I just, at the time of recording, Silk Song came out yesterday, and I've been looking forward to it, and I'd really like to play some more of it. Well, I gotta work. You ever had to work, Chad? You know, you got your 9 to 5. Well, my 9 to 5 is harder than yours. That was a lie. But let's see. We could do multiple things. Let's try to do multiple things against what is probably a bot. But, you know, it might not be a bot. There we go. We got this. We're gonna go into a fucking Ragnazero. First of the dragons if we want it. I don't want it. Let's wait until next turn. We'll just end on this. Greedy Venom, don't do anything. Do bots play with no extra deck these days? It depends on the bot. A lot of the bots will just buy like 10 packs of whatever is in the store and then put those cards together to make a deck that doesn't do anything. So if they don't pull any extra deck cards, they don't play any extra deck cards. Did a thing release that has tunes in it recently? Oh no, this isn't a bot. This isn't a bot at all. Although they're playing Toon World instead of Toon Kingdom, so, you know. I mean, it could be a bot. If so, they made a Toon bot. Can you summon one from the... I'd appreciate if you could try to use that effect. Thank you. Now get out of here. See, you wouldn't have that problem if you played Toon Kingdom. But here you are, not playing Toon Kingdom. Maybe they're playing both, chat. Part of me is like, I should use the eccentric on this. But I don't think it's worth it. It might be worth it! Treat it as a toon. If your opponent controls no toon monsters, this is going to attack directly. Okay, so if I blow this up, then their toon dies and I get my monster. Never mind. Toon Dark Magekin. Discard a toon. Special summon a toon from your deck or add a toon spell trap. They had 2 Dark Magicians. What are they getting? A spell or a monster? A monster! Can they attack? That one can. Shit. I'm in danger, but I can live. Okay, so first things first, we're just gonna go ahead and use this. Maybe this will kill them in half. Goodbye, Toon World. They weren't affected in any meaningful way. Okay, Dark End Evaporation Dragon. Send the amulet. Summon. Blippity bloppity. Get this, plus Bufo. Behold! The Greedy Venom Fusion Dragon! I just gotta hope they don't draw a toon card, chat. Oh wait, I can still normal summon. So, we can normal summon Kit. I can use the effect, grab a Despian Theater, put it back into my deck, thereby shuffling my deck, and then go to battle phase. 17 into 0. 33 into 25. Draw your last pathetic card, Pegasus! Good thing I saved that. If I had made it on the first turn, I would have been dead today, probably. Top deck Goddess of Sweet Revenge, I mean, they might. Now, if that is Jar of, Morphing, also known as Morphing Jar, if that's Morphing Jar, they're back in the game. Or they would be if we didn't top deck the boss stage. Just in case it's Morphing Jar, let's go ahead and do this. And they're not dead either way, so let's go ahead and play it safe and attack with the bigger card. No, it's just that. Okay. Cyber Jar? I guess Cyber Jar is legal again, isn't it? I don't think it would be... it would probably help my deck more than their deck. Go Utgard. Yes, I would like tokens, please. What is your last card, Tuco? Well, I mean, that's a pretty good one. However, my Greedy Venom activates. I have to destroy a card in order to do anything. Destroy as many cards on the field as possible, then summon one. If I don't destroy, I don't... There's Fallen of Albaz. I can't win this turn anyway. I might as well just wait. If they happen to summon something in attack mode, maybe this will work. Okay, we get this. We get Discount Token Warehouse. If that's fucking Mirror Force. If they're gonna goddamn Mirror Force my face, ooh. And it could be. You know it could be, chat. Great, I got the card that only works against extra decks. We gotta go for it. We gotta try to win the game. To attack. To attack. I'm gonna go lowest to highest. 18. Okay, it doesn't appear to be Mirror Force. We attack in. We beat the Toons. It was a little touch and go there, but we got it. Was that a rank up? I don't even remember. Yes, that was a rank up. And a well-earned rank up, if I might add. Alright, we're approaching the end of the night. We'll try to get one more win after that, but first, we get 2 master packs. Each one more master. This one has 2 SRs. Synad Conflict. I think we have the OG Code Talker, so again, just another card to add to the Cybers pile. We might have to seriously consider Cybers pile. When a spell trap or monster effect is activated while you control Code Talker, negate it, banish it. Your opponent cannot activate cards with the same name until the end of the next turn. Not bad, not bad at all. And then we got another counter trap. Showdown of the Secret Scent Scroll Techniques. When your opponent activates a spell trap or monster with the same effect as a card in their graveyard, negate the activation, and if you do... What is this, like, Legendary Jujutsu Master versus Master Monk? Interesting. We've got Big Core, who cares? We've got a Libromancer, not good, unfortunately. We got another Counter Trap. This is the Counter Trap pack. If you control a level 7 or higher monster that was tribute summoned, negate a trap card or an effect monster and destroy it. Not great, not great. Dragunity Draft. Curious. When this card is activated, you can target one level 4 lower drag unity in your graveyard, add it to your hand. If your drag unity, whose original level is 5 or higher attacks, is unaffected by your opponent's cards. Maybe. We do have quite a few drag unities. Probably not enough to play this, but if we get like 1 or 2 good ones, we can easily go up into Crystal Wing, and then that might be worth playing. Okay, what's our SRs? Fateful Adventure. The first time a monster you control equipped with an equipped spell would be destroyed, it's not. During your main phase, you can add one monster that mentions Adventure token, then send one card from your hand to the graveyard. If a monster is normal or special summon, take an equipped card. I think we might have the, like, Draco back. Maybe this is worth playing. We'll have to look at what we got as far as adventure stuff. What's our other SR? Iron Knight. Loses 1,000 attack while you control Iron Hans. Why would you just give this a weakness? If this card on the field is destroyed by a battle or card effect, you can add Iron Hans from your deck to your hand, or if you have Golden Castle of Stromborg, add a warrior instead. Why is this an SR? This is terrible! Alright, so maybe something decent. Let's try our other pack. What do we get by ranking up? Flip it up, open up, pull all the packs. We got Vision Hero Gravitino. Hey, you make your mama cry. It's a Vision Hero card. It's not especially good, but maybe we get enough of them we could play it. We got Fluffle Rabbit. Good for Fluffles and Fright Furs, but we don't have either of those, so not great. There's like our 5th copy of Veil. Yosen Whirlwind. This is for Yosenjus, which you need to play a bunch of them. They're pretty xenophobic. Champion's Vigilance. If you control a level 7 or higher normal monster, when a monster would be summoned or a spell trap is activated, negate the summon. This is pretty good if we can consistently get a normal monster on the field. If we ever get any more Pacifist, like, traps or whatever, another copy of Pacifist, this would be great. But with all the normal rare, you know, we got a bunch of Battle and Boxer cards that we have multiple copies of. Still haven't gotten either of those traps. We have multiple Mystic Swordsmans, no Pacifist traps. Bujinji Fox. Banish this from the graveyard, send a Bujin from your hand to the graveyard to take no damage. Just dreadful, should be in a legacy pack. And our last card is a little ducky. It's a little ducky with a big old gun. Or maybe it's a rocket launcher. Either way, it's a for hire, you need a bunch of for hires. Let's jump back on the ladder. Okay, we're gonna go until we get one more win, chat. How hard can it be to get one more win? And then you can just freeze that frame and slowly pull in if we spend the next half hour getting losses. Okay, another duel, another dollar, another donut. We're going first. That means maybe we have a chance, assuming the duel loads. Assuming they didn't, like, lock out as soon as it... Okay, good. I was worried there for a second. We got a lot of spinning. Chat, those are 2 good ones, and they only have a 3-card extra deck. Why couldn't we get this against the previous duel? They wouldn't have stood a chance, baby. Okay, we'll do that. We set the Tyrant's Tirade. We have the ultimate combo, assuming they don't ash. If they ash, we're just dead. But what are the chances that this deck that only has 3 cards has ash? Oh, okay. And then we get some tokens. Let's get it started. Ha. Let's get it started in here. It's a bot. No, the bot wouldn't have a name like Wooly, would it? Lost World. While your opponent controls a token, they cannot target monsters on the field with card effects except tokens? How do we find these people? Well, I guess I have to use this now. Otherwise, I can't target anything. Maybe this is a bot. Legendary 6 Samurai. I don't think 6 Samurai Jirak is a thing. It seems like this always happens. We run into a series of really bad duels. We lose a whole bunch. I'm desperate to get a win. And then we finally get one, and it's against, like, a brain-dead bot. Frickin' clankers! Clanking around with their AIs! Get them out of here! We don't need them! No, I've actually had a couple people be like,
I can't believe you would use such a harsh term.
Like, they're robots. They're not real. They're not sentient. You don't have to have compassion for them. They're literally rocks. They're rocks that they're machines. I don't know how to express it any differently. You know, it's weird. I remember at one point, reading up about, I think it was Teddy Roosevelt. He invented the teddy bear, if you don't know, the little stuffed bear. Before that, dolls were almost exclusively human-shaped. And there were a lot of people at the time who were really worried. They're like, if you start making dolls that are shaped like animals, people will start having compassion for animals as if they're people. And like, yeah, kinda. And to most people that would be fine, you know, having compassion for animals is not a bad thing. But I worry sometimes that we have made too many friend-shaped machines. That there are people who look at like unfeeling, uncalculating, non-thinking machines and are like, you know what, those are my companions. Those are my buddies through and through. They are not. Do not get it twisted. Yep, just crash into something, please. I just want to end it. Some people hate empathy, it's wild. I mean, that's the thing about empathy, right, is that even if you don't personally, like, feel it, it's just, like, good for society to have empathy. You want to live in a world where people have empathy because it means that there's less chaos. There's more structure. People are less likely to be, like, bad and evil and do crude things. Like, it's better to act as though you have empathy because it allows society to run more smoothly. Because when people don't have empathy, they get scared and frightened, and then, like, society breaks down and stuff. But that doesn't mean you have to extend it to, like, non-living things. I don't know, I did hear, I think it was Descartes, or there's some philosopher who's like, you should be good even to objects because living a life that's full of hate will naturally breed into everything you do. Or I should say bleed into everything you do. And perhaps there's something to that, but, I don't know. I think as long as you, like, you know, I think it's fair, at least as far as AIs are concerned, to be like, this is bad for everyone, or at the very least, I dislike the way they're currently being used, without necessarily being, like, foaming from the mouth full of rage. You can have controlled anger, if you're an adult, you know? ChatGPT and psychosis is becoming so normal and horrifying. Yeah. Okay, we got it. And we got to have a philosophical conversation along the way, you know? Comment in the comments if you want more yapping. Oftentimes the yapping gets cut out, but I feel like we leave it in this time. Just to give people a taste. We often, like, pause the duels and have conversations like that if you ever show up to the streams. And then some people come away, like, horrified. They're like, I thought this was Yu-Gi-Oh! And then he talked about the real world. It's like, we could do both, I feel like. Anyway, it's the end of the night. That was the last duel. We got our win. Let's get our 3 legacy pack tickets, roll them up, see what we got. You know what? Let's just do them the old-fashioned way. Since there's only 3 of them, different dimension capsule. Remember when we actually played this, chat? And Rainstorm, which is for Cloudians, and it's not good in Cloudians, so yeah. And we go, what? Dokuro Rider! He's an airbender, chat. Not many people know that. And Pyramid Turtle, good for the inevitable zombie pile, so, possibly. And what's in our last pack? They say glowy, but they often lie. Iron Chain Repairman, one of the worst. We're never getting Iron Chain support, never. I hope not. And Cycle of the World. Rituals, for the rituals that aren't good. Okay, let's check out our last master pack of the night. It's the last master pack. It's the last pack of the night. Flip it up. Berserk Archfiend. I have never seen this before. It's a level 6, 2000 attack. You target 2 face-up monsters you control, including a fiend. Special summon this, and if you do, destroy those monsters. Only use this once per turn. When a monster is destroyed by this card's effect, target face-up monsters your opponent controls equal to the number destroyed. This card gains attack equal to their combined attack until the end of your next turn. Huh. If we ever make like a fiend deck, that might be really useful. Kind of neat. I wanted to say March. Target 1 wind up, return that target to the hand, no matter its level. Then special summon a wind up from the hand with the same level. Why does the parentheses say no matter its level? That's weird. Another Kaiba Man. Butterfly Yoke. When your opponent's monster declares an attack, target the monster, change it to defense, and equip it. During either player's main or battle phase, you could change the battle position. Goofy and limited Yu-Gi-Oh! Not so good here. Mayakashi Mayhem. If a zombie synchro is special summoned, except from the extra deck, even during the damage step, Apply one of these effects. Yeah, we need to have a bunch of Masochists, and I don't think that's ever going to happen. Cupid 4. Is this the 4th Cupid released? And there's like another person back there. I guess he needs a caddy. Wait, is that an arrow? I guess because it's a Cupid. I guess I would have thought that the Cupid would, if they were a golfer, they'd be using golfing clubs, you know? Anyway, if all monsters you control are monsters with 600 defense, you can special summon this from the hand. Quick effect, discard one card, target a light fairy and a face-up monster on the field. The level of your monster becomes the other monster's level until the end of the turn. I'm sure there's some weird, like, thing where this might be able to help me Ixie summon. Hard to say, hard to leg. Cacortium, the heavy metal avian. Level 4, 1300. It appears to be some kind of metal bird. If this card is in your hand or graveyard, tribute a beast, beast warrior, winged beast. Summon it, but banish it when it leaves the field. You can banish a level 4 tri-type from your deck. This card's name becomes the banished monster and it becomes the same type and attribute. Maybe? If I make more Tri-Brigade. I do have some Tri-Brigades and some beast stuff. I'm not sure if this would be useful in it, but you never know. And our final card for the night, just a mermail I already have. Welp, that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. We went a whole stream and didn't get a dang old good thing, but, you know, that's Masochist. It would, you know, sometimes it's only suffering. Sometimes it's just the suffering, but hopefully, at least my suffering brought you some joy, you had a fun time, you hung out. If you did, remember to do all that YouTube stuff. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know you enjoyed the show. And you know, if you really enjoy the show, if you find yourself watching it week after week, every Friday, maybe consider joining the Patreon. There's a link down below, patreon.com/hardleggaming. Just $1. I would really appreciate it. Helps insulate me from ads. I don't have to do ad reads. All good stuff. Also, thanks to the editor, if you want to put up something. Anything that makes you giggle lately, just a funny meme that's been on your mind, go nuts. Well, ain't that something? Anyway, thank you all for watching. Thank you for joining. And until next time, good luck and have fun.